Bridge Tavern's been around since 1960 in this location. Before then it was across the street by the suspension bridge. So the Bridge Tavern has been familiar to downtown Wheeling for almost 85 years. It's the first restaurant you come to when you come off I-70 entering into downtown Wheeling. We started with the Bridge Tavern renovation May of 23. We closed for the summer and did a complete overhaul of the Bridge Tavern. Before it was really almost like two sections. So this was the dining area here, and then back here was the bar area that was sealed off. And so we decided to open up the entire space to accommodate more people. And we really wanted to have a focus on building a community versus a bar. When you first walk into the renovated Bridge Tavern, one of the things you'll notice is the mural on the wall behind me. Not only did we use a local artist, Vondell Bell, but we also have an original cable from the suspension bridge for when they did the renovation of the bridge. So they were pulling out all the original cables from the casing, and we went over and we just asked them, what are you gonna do with all the extra cable? And they said, why, do you want a piece? And we said, sure, how about a 15-footer? We try to keep as many of the original elements of the tavern, so all the lanterns are original. What we did add though was bench seating, which was new to the Bridge Tavern. The benches are made out of walnut, and the tree came from Mingo County in West Virginia. So we're trying to keep as many things as state and local as possible just to give it that really classic tavern flair. The old Bridge Tavern had a corner entrance at 10th and Main. So we moved that to a Main Street entranceway just so that we can create this stage right here. Our goal had always been to have live music. We really wanted to pay some homage to the Jamboree. And so we play a lot of bluegrass, a lot of old school country music here. And the great thing about it is to have a band in the window at the corner of 10th and Main, and you're driving by, it just shows that there's life in downtown Wheeling. So the bar is original from 1960. I dare say the bar stools are pretty close to being 1960. They are original as well. Back here, the sconces that are on the wall were original. And back in the day, there used to be booths here, but the booths were very small. They could accommodate two, you could squeeze in four. And so we decided to modernize it just a little bit and go for high top. Along the back wall here, all used to be black wood paneling. And so when we started taking the old paneling off, we discovered the original brick wall from the buildings that were here. And this section of the bar was built in the late 1870s. So it's really kind of cool. And it does give another layer of environmental je ne sais quoi, you might say, to the Bridge Tavern. It would have been easy to just demo the building itself and build what we wanted, but we really believed in keeping the integrity of downtown Wheeling and its history alive. And so remodeling this building really required the assistance of federal and state grant programming. Bank loans and whatnot, that all gets a little precarious for a lot of people who are trying to invest in downtown Wheeling, but having grant programs really makes that possible. One of the key grants that we received is the Wheeling Historic Revitalization Subgrant. That was really key to pushing us over the edge to make that vision come true for us. We were able to keep original elements, but yet update them and bring them to code. And so we were able to move walls and expand spaces, increase our dining, and that was all possible through the grants. I mean, those dollars are just so vital. I can't really explain enough to people who haven't walked this walk how important that supplemental income really is to the overall budget of the project. We're trying to bring the old girl back to life, and I think we've succeeded in that. And so we've gotten a lot of compliments and a great amount of support from the community around, loyal patrons and friends. Our hashtag slogan here at the Bridge Tavern is when patrons become friends. And I couldn't say that any more honestly or sincerely. We're really excited about the future and what it holds for downtown Wheeling, and we're glad to be playing a role in that vision. And again, 10th and Main is where it's happening in downtown Wheeling. So.